All right, Coach, so this old place not quite done yet. There is playoff football to be played in the East Bay in Oakland, California. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Oakland Raiders. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Mayfield on play action. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is third and 9.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Mayfield looks to throw. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They'll get 34 yards there.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Alert, 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 alert. You got me right. Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go. Here we go. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. From the gun, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this has started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Following the penalty, Chubb. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb taking it in. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
On 2nd and 9. Caught. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To Mike, 53, check 53.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. A big play that time for the Raiders. 48 yards. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
I know he might be a little winded after that previous long run, but now you're in goal-to-goal situation. That changes what you do defensively, and it worked for them on that play.
Maybe trying to reward him after that long run. We'll see if they go back to him again on the ground. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Myles Garrett. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So the sack means it's 3rd and goal now from the 10.
We're good.
Shotgun now for Carr. And the pressure gets to him again. Sheldon Richardson. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. The kick by Sanders is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Browns drive about to get started. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. There he goes, right side. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. Now Mayfield. His throw incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw is probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, they picked up a first down for him, too.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And able to work his way down to the 16. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders 16.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. The Browns on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 27th, Carr got a man open. It's Darren Waller. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Throwing now is Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Carr now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the...
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Carr. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To throw, it's Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Sione Takitaki showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Throwing his car on third down. And that is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Sanders' kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joe Schobert came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Pick up the ball. Check 26, check 26.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards. Here's Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back.
Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 75 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Looking to throw on second down. Carr, caught by Jones. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Carr going to throw. It's caught. Jones. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, Carr. This complete to Jones. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Sione Takitaki able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Browns drive about to get started. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game. So you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys to try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run it again with Chubb. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. Well, now what do? Do you run it again? Didn't have success there, or do you throw it?
Yeah, I think in play action right now. Fake it and get a quick pass to your favorite receiver and just try and gain some yardage and help out your punter.
Mayfield on third down from his end zone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
A free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still play. Alert, 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 alert.
Back to it after the pick six. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Mayfield. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Not a blitz, but the guy who's normally the last line of defense recognized he had a chance to get to the quarterback, and that's exactly what he did.
To try again after the sack. Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Browns on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 49. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean up.
And now here is another interception. It's Eric Harris who picks it. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 48 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 20.